Nhưng cứ thật những Radiant launch their middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower come through.
The next favorite play.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Of course, it is.
No magic.
The next level play. Next level play.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
The next level play. Next level play. The next level play.
Dire with the scan.
Next level play. Next level play.
Dominate! Dire's middle tower is under attack. Sooner or later, gonna touch Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall? Dire's middle tower has Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Every day you get to see Radiant's middle tower fall.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Dire's top tower is under Radiant wand.
Mine is truly a blessed gift.
Radiant is scanning for enemies. Dire are scanning for enemies. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Rashawn has fallen to the radiant. Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Dire structures are gone. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall? Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall? What the West?
Thou art damned.
The next level play. Next level play.
You think you caught me?
expected.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Ten seconds. It's Dire's turn to pick.
Nightmare.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
That it does, John. Of course, we've got to give quick apologies. I forgot to apologize for this. We were having delays due to coordinator issues. As you may imagine, after a new patch drops, there's going to be 1,000 coordinator issues going on. So we had to wait those out. Apart from that, John, this new hero, it makes me sick. And the people that have played it against me also make me sick. It's not remotely balanced. It got nerfed quickly. It's still not remotely balanced. If you're playing this hoodwink hero and you think you're good at the game, you're not. All right, let's take it easy. Let's take some humble pie. It's a terrible hero. Why is there a squirrel in Dota 2, John? Why is there a squirrel in Dota 2?
It's Dire's turn.
Oh. Let's not judge furries, John. There's nothing wrong with, making that choice. It's just the animal itself makes me sick. And the fact that they got, for anyone wondering, by the way, the accent that she has is New Zealander. We don't have squirrels. So I'm not sure why it's a squirrel. You could have chosen the other 1,000 animals that could kill us in Australia and New Zealand, but they chose a squirrel of all things.
It's Radiant's turn.
Well, look, let's talk about the draft, John. Obviously, some people came here to actually watch the games on today, so we should actually, talk about those. Shout out to the people spamming ducks in chat, by the way. Someone asked me to shout them out. We see the loyalty you have for Febby. Of course, shout out to the cat jammers, though. You're the real ones out there. But the ducks are also pretty darn good. Still TNC. They go for the Viper Pangolier opening, a very strong one to open up with. I believe that should be an offlane Viper and probably a position 4 Pango by Tim's. Team Dog, they go for the Enchantress into the Tiny as well, which is fairly interesting because obviously the Enchantress is very lane dominant. Kind of useless after that, but before that point in the lane, she generally just wins you the lane outright. And of course the Tiny, it's just Tiny. It's always going to be kind of strong. And now it has Craggy Coat back, so we're back to Dota 1 we go.
Dire should pick now.
The undying waits.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick.
Morphling.
Well, there's the Morphling coming out now for Team Dog, and I suppose some things just never change, John. The Morphling's still a very potent kind of carry to have in the current meta, and Team Dog will happily take it. Of course, very good up against heroes like the Undying as well, because you can get your own Tombstone going. You can even Soul Rip yourself. Even the Decay's kind of nice to have as the morph. So I do like this pickup here from Team Dog, and just naturally going to add to the team fight that TNC already kind of had with that Tombstone. Now as Team Dog, you can just take it for yourself. And I should preemptively tell people, by the way, that there probably will be a lot of, do I dare say, complaining about some certain changes that were made. There'll be, we will be pointing out very, very balanced things in Dota 2 right now with the new shard system. Did I tell you, John, I had 8 games yesterday came out. I won 1 of those 8 games. 7 of those were losses. I had 2 Techies games, both of which were on my team. I had 2 games with the Squirrel on it that we lost somehow. I wasn't playing. And then the rest of the games, I was against Hoodwink. And we lost. It didn't feel good, John. It did not feel good at all. I did.
It's Dire's
Hey.
turn to pick.
Void incarnate.
Alright, well the Void Spirit now comes out for TNC, which kind of makes me think now, is it going to be an offlane Viper, right? Because we've seen KP, he really does enjoy playing this offlane Void Spirit quite a bit, and I could see him going down that route. Otherwise, of course, you can throw it to Armel and he'll take care of it. Either way, very flexible kind of mid and off lane now. And Void Spirit's one of the ones that kind of got a very interesting arcane, oh excuse me, not an arcane, but Aghanim shards. You get the extra portals now when you dissimulate, if I remember correctly. Which kind of makes it so now you have even more mobility, I would argue. As we do see Team Dog go back to the Arbed Storm Spirit, which is going to be very strong for them. And forgive me, John, I don't actually remember what Storm Spirit's shards do now. I haven't had the pleasure of playing against or with it yet.
10 seconds.
Do you happen to know? Have you got a browser up to check? Yeah, okay. What is it?
Plan anyway. Ten seconds.
Okay.
5 seconds. Just who will Dire ban? It's Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Dire should pick now.
Yep.
10 seconds.
You know what I'm liking right now, John? Something, and it was banned out anyway, so we're not gonna get to see it. But Tide offlane seems kind of broken again. Have you seen this shards upgrade he gets? I tested it earlier. That was my last pub game today. Man, it's a lot of fun. Like going right click anchor smash Tide. It's just stupid how broken it is once you get the shards up. Right. Just made it better.
It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Bad Rider! Sloth.
Choose your hero.
Ow. Absolutely. Of course, I gotta say, shout out to the Twitch chat, John. They're going off right now. I see a lot of dog eats cat. Sorry, not dog eats duck spam going on. So obviously, we've got a lot of fans from both sides, both ends of the spectrum. Well, I look forward to it, John. I mean, based off draft, who do you think does have an advantage going into game number 1? Wow. Yep. Well, let's see how it all pans out. Game number 1 of the upper bracket final between TNC and, of course, Team Dog is set to begin. And I look very, very forward to seeing how this one does pan out. Of course, we have to have the question answered. Do dogs really eat ducks, John? We're about to find out. Ducks can be dangerous. In fact, in some parts of Australia, John, this is a true story, by the way. The university I used to go to, back when I was living in Melbourne, they had a big pond where there was ducks. And if you tried to feed or chase the ducks, they would chase you back. Literally all the way back to your apartment or your housing at the uni. They would literally chase you and bite on you, by the way. So,
Looking good.
yeah.
Such a
30 seconds to buy.
you have.
First things first, Dex. Who's your money?
Yes.
Yeah, stay safe, but if you are Fu, obviously you just get over it straight away, so no need for him.
I have a pretty good
Took
idea.
a hospital visit for about, a minute or two and came back completely cured. Fu was the cure all along.
Rock on.
I mean, with the Viper, you can get it done. Paulson, he may be a bit overextending, or maybe not. They don't want that target. KP has yet to skill up anything as well. Generally, you'd opt to go for the Nether Toxin rather than the poison attack to try and push out the wave as the Viper. But for now, KP is just holding on to a skill point to see what he can abuse this lane. And it looks like, of course, we have the TP out. Tims is going to go for the creep pull back behind that tier 1 tower. And he might just take this creep wave to just try and get his own level 2, which is absolutely fair enough, because the Pango is somewhat useless up until he does have the lucky shot up. Yeah, it looks like he is going to take it. Meanwhile, Paulson was being chased down by KP, but KP now, he'll just try to be as disruptive as possible while his POS 4 is getting an extra level. In fact, he's going to be forced to TP out. Does get caught out of position all the way back to the fountain for KP. Fortunate for him, he actually sells his Sage's Mask and goes for a Windlace instead. So switching it up very early on here for this Viper.
The choice is made.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing goes for both of them right now with those power runes. And well, that's one thing that was never really changed in the new patch thus far. The power runes still just spawn the exact same way, and it's kind of based on RNG who does get the rune. So I have a funny feeling, John, that there should be a bit more of a minor patch coming out with maybe a map change very, very soon. And that'll probably be one of the changes that does come out. However, top lane, Paulson does get pretty low. He is going to survive as now Arfu does rotate back onto KP. This Viper going to be in massive trouble. In your dream is going to be able to pick up the first kill of the game. In fact, they'll even go on to Tims now. And poor old Tims is just going to have to try and swashbuckle away. But they do get the main target, which is going to be KP's Viper.
Radiant just won.
Your anger is useless here.
Oh, nice steal on that haste rune, Arfu. He got really lucky that it was a haste, but it was a very nice steal away from Armel. Of course, Armel would have really liked that that rune for himself, as the haste would really kind of activate his gank potential once he does hit level 6. Meanwhile, bot lane, Ice, he's getting very low on that Batrider, but he is going to be able to just walk away and just abuse that Firefly movement speed just a little bit. That being said, Gabby, he has had a pretty tough laning stage so far in the Slark, only 14-7. Ice is still finding himself ahead on the Batrider as we speak. Gonna be really good news. I mean, you already kind of pointed this out for Team Dog, but these lanes, apart from maybe the mid lane, are going very well for this Team Dog side. And even that mid lane, I mean, he's a little bit behind, but Arbit is not that far behind.
Amazing what you found lying on.
Gotcha.
KB been caught out here. Arfu gonna spot him out. Tims will be around with Febby. They're gonna try and rush the Tiny, but they have no way to cancel a TP. And this is something you mentioned in draft, is they are very, very limited in what they can do. If someone just TPs away, you're either going to need Gabby there or you're going to need Armel there. until KP has a rod of A toss up, which he is working towards. But that's going to take a bit more time.
Dire just fortified.
He does. Tim's going to be in danger. Soul Rip is going to come out, and Tim's will just go for a quick TP away, and he is going to be just fine. While the mid lane, they're fighting over that 6-minute power rune. Abed, can he make it in time? It looks like Arfu is going to be there to take it again, and he will. Febby unable to swipe it away from him, and now poor old Armel going to be very low, but Arfu is unable to break the distance. So Armel will be able to survive another day. But things are getting very heated in this mid lane, and Arfu may be able to sneak his way in. He does have a mango for the avalanche toss combination, so he has enough to run it. And if he does connect the avalanche toss, I believe that may just be enough.
Into Radiant's middle tower.
But it's not going to be there. He'll leave it be for now. The invis is starting to run out, and maybe go down to the bot lane where Ice needs a bit of help. In fact, he might just be dead. Sticky napalm, not going to be enough. Gabby is able to pick up a kill by himself on that Slark, and that's something Gabby was starting to desperately need. Well, that bot lane, Ice just avoided a gank. So Febby's smoke was broken, so they couldn't really close the gap on the Bat Rider. So Armel, he's going to go into the mid lane instead, where he'll spot out Arfu. He does have that level 7, so he wants to make a play right here, right now, and he does make the double jump in. Arfu is going to die to KP, it looks like, and he does. Nice. He was around the area, but he doesn't really have the lasso skilled up right now, and even if he did, I don't believe he would have made the jump in. He's got the Orb of Corrosion now on Gabby, and they jump in. Polison going to be in danger, and he just gets blown up. Mel going to be there with the follow-up damage, and of course with Max Dissimilate, you do tend to do quite a bit of damage. It's a nice little combination there with the Slark, because you can almost guarantee you land the Dissimilate with the Pounce out. Mel with an Arcane Rune could keep going around, but it is going to wear off. Still, Arfu now does show himself in the mid lane. He's going to be safe for now by that tier 1 tower, and it's about Arbed farming really well in that Storm Jump, but in your dream, he's farming even better. TNC, I mean, they must know this is happening. It just seems like they don't really have an option as to slow them down yet. Bounty Rune gonna go the way of Arbet up at that top lane. In Your Dream gonna try and fight out with Tim's a bit, but he's gonna wave form away. Still Tim's does swash into the Rolling Thunder. In Your Dream may have gone a bit too far. The Viper Strike comes out as well. He needs to try and survive. The break is there. In Your Dream trying to tank it, will wave form away, but KP's gonna keep the chase up. It's just not gonna be enough, however. The Strength Morph is more than enough to keep him up, and meanwhile mid lane, Armel's gonna be in danger. Arbet does get one more attack in, and Arfu is going to be able to toss Armel up, so Arbet can finish off the kill. That's a big shame for TNC. They miss out on the Morphling kill, and they lose Armel in the process.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Armel, oh, he's going to miss the Aether Remnant. Eventually he does connect onto Polison, but so he wanted to try and make the play onto Arbet. Meanwhile, Ice mid lane does get a nice lasso off onto Tim's, and it's going to be another nice easy kill. And the way this game's going so far, Team Dog, they are really starting to take over. You've still got Gabby farming up nicely in the back, but it's a Slark versus Morphling Storm. It's a very tough matchup for the Slark later on.
Ooh, Dire's courier is so dead. Dire's middle tower.
Arbet gonna try and make the jump onto Gabby. Dark Pack gonna be expended, and there's your Shadow Dance. He doesn't want to risk anything with this Storm at the moment. And luckily for him, Arbet did not have the Orchid up yet, but he will very soon. And that's gonna be the point where if you're Gabby, you start to shake it a little bit, as you are gonna lose this mid-tier 1 tower. Arbet is ever so close now to that Orchid being up. Assuming you get the Dark Pact off preemptively, you're going to be fine, but if you don't, and that silence does come out, you are just going to be gone as Gabby.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Dire's top tower is under attack. Bid farewell to Dire's top tower.
Ice gonna run into Armel. They do get the Aether Remnant. Ice just gonna go for a TP out, and they can't stop it.
I said
They cannot stop it.
your anger is useless.
And John, these item timings from Team Dog, they are coming online way too quick. Orchid up at 13 minutes. You've got the Blink Dagger coming out on Arfu in about 30 seconds. He just needs to take a creep camp out. It's gonna be a very kind of terrifying next 10 minutes, as that Orchid Blink is going to be a real nuisance to TNC. As now Arbet going to get the Orchid off, and Armel has no way to purge it off. They get the Vortex, Ice will commit the lasso, and it's all well worth it to kill off Armel on that Void Spirit. He's kind of the beating heart of TNC in this game right now, and well, his game is not going that well. He just got a Spirit Vessel, but is not going to be able to abuse it quite yet. And the way this is going for TNC, it starts to feel like most of this game is going to be on Gabby's shoulders. I believe it's a panic smoke, John.
Radiant are scanning for a Is Dire going to...
Oh, smoke broken. Gabby's got a diffusal blade. He's going to run into Paulison. Gets stunned up for a second, but they are going to get the kill. That was the diffusal being to the side of Team Dog. Is now Armel misses another 8th Remnant, and the Remnant in by Arbed. Straight onto Gabby. They'll get one. Onto KP. They'll get another, and they know where Tim's is. They're a bit low on mana on Arbed. Tim's going to try and juke them out here on the Pango, but instead you just go after the Tombstone. No reason to chase down the Pango when you can just get free gold safely like this for Arbed. Yeah, a lot of misses for Arbed, but he does eventually get the kill. That's a 5k net worth lead though, John. Team Dog, they're well and truly off. He's gonna need it ASAP, John. In Your Dream's got a shotgun up now. It's that's a quick ethereal blade on In Your Dream, and that is gonna spell more problems. As again, the item timings from Team Dog are just coming out way too quick. And now mid lane, KP trying to farm up is just gonna get bursted down. He can't survive the Orca damage, I don't believe. However, Arbed getting low, but Tims could not make it in time, and the TP away from Arbed is gonna be good. That'll at least kill off Arfu on the Tiny. It's just not a worthwhile trade, as you did have to give up your Viper for that.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall? Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Paulison. Oh, Soul Rip's going to come in. Gabby, a nice pounce in, and Paulison is going to go down. Arbed unable to help out, but now Ice is going to be around the corner. Looks like they're not really that interested. I don't think Paulison really minds dying that much as your position 5 Enchantress. And I think for Gabby, although he is getting these kills, he probably definitely wants something a bit more valuable than the position 5. Well, Gabby, he knows Ice is in the tree line somewhere. Tim's going to join in. Does connect with the Swashbuckle, but Ice is going to throw out a Flame Break, and they give up on the chase. He is just way too quick with these Boots of Travel and the Faded Brooch there. Ace on top. It's just such a fast Bat Rider at the moment. Meanwhile, they've got to kind of pay some attention to this mid lane as the tier 2 tower is going to start being attacked. Looks like KP is there on defense duty, while TNC, well, the rest of them are going to find out In Your Dream, but can you burst this Morphling down? Yeah, it looks like the answer is probably going to be no, but they might just give it a shot. Loop around into the triangle, again spotting out this Morphling. Gabby is going to sneak in, does get the pounce off. They disarm him as well. In Your Dream does actually get bursted down. A very nice kill. They find any more? Not quite, but that is a very valuable one to pick up.
The tide has turned.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's courier
That they are, but after we're going to have his smoke broken and TNC, they still have the high ground. So they have the advantage here going into Arfu. It's going to be a nice, easy kill. A great presence of mind there from TNC to continue to hold that high ground and read the smoke rotation. However, Ice, Lasso, not going to be up. The Gumakape is there from Gabby. He does Lasso up Tim's instead. Going for the easy kill, but the chase is still on the pounce. It does not connect. Gabby just kind of flew right past him. Is now towards the top lane. Arbet gonna go after Armel, but he will just assimilate away, and he should be all right, or maybe not. He's used both his astral steps, but Arbet is not going to continue this chase as KP's around now. Rod of Atos gonna come in. Gabby, no pounce out yet. It was on cooldown. Do miss out on a very valuable kill on the Storm Spirit, but I suppose for TNC, they'll probably just be satisfied that Armel survived that initiation from Arbet. That they do. Well, they run straight into Ice. It's a nice kickoff to get, and the run of Atos is going to be up from KP, and that'll mean Team Dog will lose another. That's some gold that KP desperately needed on this Viper, and with that, they may even rush the Roshan pit. Knowing that Batrider, your main scouting tool and kind of initiation for Team Dog, is not going to be there. So this Roshan going to go down very, very quickly. And your only real option is to throw Arbet into the pit and hope he can steal it away. But it looks like they may not even attempt it.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Where's the party?
Dire's top tower has some radiant shape.
They see Gabby up at that top lane, and Arbet is going to zip in with the Orchid out. Gabby, he did not Dark Pack preemptively. He does have the Aegis, but he might just lose it. That'll be one life. Can they get him a second time? They're going to try, but Gabby will shatter down straight off the bat and just run away as his team is coming in to back him up. But can they take this team fight now without the Slark ulti? The answer is going to be no for TNC. They'll just happily back out and accept the fact that they did just lose the Aegis. I think for Team Dog, they're just going to be satisfied with the fact that that Aegis is down now. In fact, they're ready to go again. They've smoked up. Want to try and make a play while knowing roughly where TNC are going to be in terms of location. But in fact, they are running down south. Do spot out Armel on the Void Spirit. Very big pick off to get. He does have the Yules up, but the zip in from Arbet into the Vortex, and the Avalanche toss is going to be way more than enough. Get another kill onto Armel. That Team Dog, they don't really have an objective to go for, but they can still just farm the map. It's probably the best they can ask for right now. Gabby. Shadow Dance going to be out in time again. He almost got blown up, but now In Your Dream could be in danger. Viper Strike's going to be there. In Your Dream going to try and fight this out, but Arbet zipping run to the backlines. Gabby, he got the Dark packed off in time. He will survive as they keep chasing down In Your Dream, but he's also going to be all right. Both cores able to just kind of get themselves away from very dangerous predicaments. Some quick fingers from Gabby to get that Dark packed off. He avoided both the Vortex and the Silence out from Arbet. Ooh. That he does. Want to go after this tier 2 tower now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
TNC will slowly get started. Pretty much everyone there from TNC, but Arbet gonna zip in with a massive silence, and now Arfu. The avalanche toss is gonna be enough. They've killed off the Slark. Armel, he committed both his astral steps to try and fight this one out. Tims will also commit the rolling thunder, but they definitely have to run as Eyes. He's not done. He wants the lasso. He gives himself a whipping as he chases down Tims. Tims had that glimmer cape, but it is not gonna last long enough. He'll try to swashbuckle away, but they have the control there from Arfu, and I don't believe they need the lasso, but they will commit just in case. And in your dream, the one to pick up the triple kill on this Morphling is going to be very, very happy about that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower?
Here I am.
Oh, zip in, Arbet. Yeah, they've got KB there in the mid lane, and the avalanche toss with the Orchid is going to be way more than enough to take down KB. However, Gabby is there with the Diffusal Blade, slowing up Arfu, but he is unable to chase as the 4-staff away was there.
Radiant's top tower is
That'll
under
pretty much be it. Team Dog not forcing anything too far. They're starting to understand their limits here with this draft, and little wins over and over again, and that's generally the way to win a game of Dota 2. Your Dream is going to haste through an active. They're going to rush in and they go straight after that Viper again. They just want KP dead every time, and Armel has jumped in after Arfu. It's not going to be enough damage. In Your Dream just running around trying to find another target, but go into the high ground of TNC. Gonna back off once again after getting a very nice off-lane pick-off. In fact, they might reinitiate. Your Dream, he still has that Void Spirit morph. He can feel quite confident in being able to just back off if he needs to. Looks like they're not going to really rush. They're happy again to go back to the triangle and farm up. And I believe both these teams are probably going to wait out the Roshan timer now. That really is the big objective for them to both go for once it is up. And we are going to find out in about 1 minute when that is going to be available.
Radiant structures are fortified. Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax. Dire don't look good.
When Your Dream, he's going to be careful, but KP, he shows himself for a second, maybe trying to bait in Your Dream in, but now Armel jumps in. Not going to be enough, however. Charleston does die. Arfu in trouble as well, will go down. So they do get 2 supports for their trouble. I suppose the best thing they could hope for right now is a very early Roshan timer for TNC. even if it was early, it probably wouldn't be enough time to take it out before the supports do come back online for the side of Team Dog.
I'll take that.
My waters rise.
Stupendous!
Radiant are scanning for enemies. Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
They actually have absolutely zero way to purge off that silence on the side of Team Dog. So it is definitely very, very valuable here for Armel. Nothing like a Lotus Orb going on, no BKBs apart from In Your Dream. And they do jump in now. They show off the Aghanim Scepter from Armel. So if you're Team Dog, you are well aware that that is there on Armel now.
Radiant's middle tower is under.
Love the fact that KP has a casual fluffy hat going on. It's very nice on him.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Well, no. Roshan is going on now. TNC, I'm sure, are aware that this could be happening. They are probably going to start moving their way in, but they've got to hurry up because that Roshan is getting very, very low. TNC still hanging around the mid lane, perhaps not realizing it is happening, and now they will, but it is way too late. It does go down. Like TNC were kind of assuming there was a smoke going on. Now Ice, gonna Firefly through, going after KP, does pop his BKB, and does get the Viper out. But zipping in, going after Gabby. They're trying to kill off Arfu, but Arfu's still alive. Running away, Gabby, he's popped that ultimate. He's gonna try and make the chase onto the Tiny, but it looks like Arfu is still alive. He does eventually tick out to the Spirit Vessel, but now Arbed back in, going after Gabby, but he pounces away. Onto Armel, he will Astral Step and Dissimulate, and he is going to be fine. It is still going to be a 1-for-2 trade, the way of Team Dog. That they are going to be able to take down that tier 2 mid tower, and they still hold on to the Aegis. It was not taken off In Your Dream.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Break time's over, Jax.
Uh-oh. I can't buy item. You just bought the blink, though. Eyes. Oh, GG.
Your anger is juicy here. Boiling rage.
Never mind, I try again, whatever go. I'm pretty sure Ice is trolling. He did buy the blink. Maybe it was a bit of lag going on. There is a bit of lag in game right now, I've got to say, John. So to answer your previous question, no, the issues weren't fixed. So there you go. On the brighter side, though, we have a Squirrel hero now, so it's all worth it. You know, who needs FPS in Dota 2? I'm not, John. I'm completely happy about this. TNC. They're gonna hang out in the dire jungle now. Tim's gonna be there with his team. They want to try and force down this top tier 2 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gabby is very, very close to his own BKB up on the Slark, and it seems like he does need it to be able to feel like he can actually just stand there and fight. While he's going for that, however, In Your Dream does have the Eye of Skadi up himself on the Morph now. Feeling a lot stronger on that Morphling. And as we can see, Team Dog, they're having a look around, trying to find where TNC is. Spot him out quite yet, but they are nearby. Oh, jump in, Ice, a nice lasso out again onto the Viper. KP getting it first at an Arbit, zipping into the back line, going after Gabby on the Slark. They found two in that Vortex. Armel, he was in, but he does survive. Meanwhile, In Your Dream, gonna waveform away and try to buy himself some time as Arbit keeps going on to Febi. The Soul Rip, not gonna be enough. Gabby coming back in with the toss up from Arfu. He's gonna try and fight this one out with the Shadow Dance. No, he will go for the TP away, and he is gonna be fine. Still a 2-for-0 trade. They kill off the Viper, they kill off Febi on the Undying. And with that, a 10k net worth lead now out for Team Dog. They might be able to try and force down that top tier 2 tower. Gabby's gonna try. He's gonna go into Paulson. In Your Dreams around, and Tim's gonna get tossed back in. Paulson is actually still alive, but does finally go down to Gabby. Have you gone too far with this BKB? Ice comes in now. No lasso available, but Gabby is dropping very, very low. He's trying to run, but the Vortex is out from Arbed. He holds him down, and now KP is also gonna die. Oh, and he has no buyback gold. He just bought that BKB up.
I can't hear you.
Up there. Mid lane, zipping in onto Tim's again. He's trying to go for the Rolling Thunder, but he's been silenced up for the Orchid, and Lasso's there. Ice ensuring they get the kill. And look at that, a free tombstone, John. They'll try to go for it, or maybe not. They'll lose the Aegis. The timer was getting fairly low. Tim's Rolling Thunder is going to land once, but In Your Dream is able to waveform away. Mel's still in the chase, however, catches him out. Can they take him down? He's been broken. However, Arbed again with the Vortex again does catch out the Viper, and now they'll turn back around. They got the Resonant Pulse out. In Your Dream wanting to fight this one out now. They'll kill off Armel. They do not have buyback on him either. A 16k net worth lead now for TNC. Or excuse me, rather Team Dog. TNC have the 16k deficit. It's only getting worse as time does go on. Oh, he can smell KP, John. Ice has been all over KP this game. Going in again, we'll find him out, and poor old KP is gonna die. It's been a very, very tough time for this Viper in this game number 1. He can improve it. I mean, we've got tier 4 items coming up now. Of course, you saw the tiny Arfu. He does have that Trickster's Cloak up, which actually seems very valuable on the tiny, having that 6 seconds of invisibility. As well as that, I believe Gabby found that, I don't even know what it's called, that lightning neutral. The Stormcrafter or something. Don't know who's got it though. Nobody's holding it quite yet. Maybe they just deem it as not very useful.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Oh.
Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
Baby. Lasso is going to be there with the Firefly out. This Morphling going to be in danger. Oh, rather not the Morphling, but Bevy in your dream is going to come in and happily take the kill. By the way, John, did we mention that Arbit has a timeless relic?
Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax. Oh, and there goes Dire's bottom tower.
What have we here?
That they do. Up at the top lane, KB in the tree line, getting ready to push out the creep waves that are coming as well, they really need to defend that outer tier 2 tower, but never mind, in your dream does just come in and take it out himself, even without a creep wave. This Morphling is very, very scary. He is well and truly out of control. There goes Tim's courier at the secret shop, also going down. It's like Gabby got a trickster's cloak of his own now, so does have a bit of utility with that invis, and he is a bit more tanky on the Slark with that resist, but whether it proves to be enough is a different question entirely. Luckily for the side of TNC though, Team Dog, even with a 22k net worth lead, are respecting the draft of TNC. So they're not really interested in rushing too far forward yet. But they've got to be careful now because TNC have smoked up. Paulison, it's not really the target they want, but they're going to have to settle for what they get. Then, however, a three-man Vortex, he zips it with an avalanche toss. Fu already getting rid of Armel. Now KP's gone. Tims will also die. Aeon Discord without Gabby. He's trying to find it out, but Bevy's also going to go down. It's Gabby versus the world once again, but Fu going to just toss away Arbit, not allow Gabby to get anything out of this, and Gabby will be forced to BKB TP away. That's a 4-for-0 trade. I suppose they did get Paulison and force him to buy it back, but it's an Enchantress. It may as well be a 4-for-0.
Do Radiant want their middle tower? Radiant's middle tower is full. Radiant's middle barracks?
That they don't. Ice, he's having a look around.
Radiant's top barracks.
See if he can find a target to go on. Not that he has the lasso anyway, but he'll have it up for the next team fight. Just about 8 seconds away now. They really may not need it, however, as these Raxes are just going down so quickly in your dream. KP gonna rotate around to the Viper, trying to go after the Morphling by himself. He gets the break off, and now Gabby from the backline for the Vortex Arbit. He got the target he wanted. Armel's gonna jump in, but is it too late? They'll buy back on Gabby. They're gonna try and make something happen, but all their Raxes are gone, and everyone is just TPing away. They're gonna find nobody by the looks of it here, TNC. A very unfortunate turn of events for him. 35k net worth deficit as well for TNC, and what do you do now if you're this Radiant side? It almost feels like you've got to make a Hail Mary play, but it's just very tough when there's a 35k net worth lead for Team Dog. bed. A three-man vortex out again. It's just massive in KB. He's gonna get blown up. Armel's trying to fight back, but Gabby's gone. Bevy's gone. Armel the only one left. And they just call it. They have had enough of this game one.
Players disconnected.
And Team Dog are off to a very, very good start in this best of three. They do take game number one. They enjoyed themselves some Peking duck, John. Very, very tasty stuff.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower, better hurry.
This would do nicely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's getting friendly with Dire's bottom tower. Holy shit! Own it! Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is... And over here, Radiant's top tower. About to fall. Dire don't look too scared of Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack.